All right, so talking about spooling up a spinning reel, one of the most important things you need to do when fishing, with spinning gear, because maximize the amount of line you put on, so you're not spending all that money on putting line on reels. Because let's face it, I mean, line is not cheap, and this is the way I do it. So we're starting out with the backing here. And general rule of thumb for backing line, you can use most anything you really want. I like an 8 to 10 pound, something a little bit smaller that just holds compactly on the reel. That's what I like to use. Mono, preferably. Something that's going to stay on the reel and not slinky off like crazy. So we're going to spool on about half a spool of backing on here. Okay, so now we have just connected our backing to our braided line. In this case, I'm using 15-pound smackdown, and my backing is an 8-pound mono. And for this, when I start spooling it on, general rule of thumb always is to have the spool for the spinning reel going the opposite direction of what your spinning reel goes. So my spinning reel goes clockwise. When that line comes off of my actual spool of braided line, I want that going counterclockwise, so I'm not getting those twists coming into my spinning reel. That's the key. That's the key for not getting as many wind knots. And always that first time you go out and you make that first cast, it's going to be smooth. It's going to be perfect when you do those things, when you go opposite of what your actual spinning reel is going. So we're going to spool this line up, almost all the way to the edge of this reel. And not too full though. We don't want it coming out the sides, exploding off the spinning reel. We want it just enough to where there's about an 1/8 inch of gap between your braided line and the end of your spinning reel.